Good morning, good morning, good morning. Coach Micheal Burt, let's see what time we got this morning. 5:55 Central Standard Time here in Tennessee. My name's Coach Burt. If you stumble upon this for some reason, you don't know who I am, my name's Coach Micheal Burt. I go by Coach Burt. Started coaching when I was 15 years old as a junior pro basketball coach. Fell in love with helping people reach their potential. Taking a person from A to B in their life. Inner engineering, building competitive intelligence, helping people, what I've come to call, Scott Miller, activating the prey drive in a person. That's the name I gave what I do. I was probably 41 or 42 years old. A prey drive is basically your internal instinct to pursue something. And my personal belief is when you are not pursuing something, you are unhappy. Unhappiness is created when you're not pursuing something, Freddie Blanton. Progress is a natural motivator for people. So around 41, 42 years old, I figured out, man, this is what I want to do. I want to spend the rest of my life activating this drive in people to want a better life, right, Sean? To want a better life, and then to go get that life. And that's the part that's not easy. So that's the part we're going to talk about this morning. Dean Smithy, good morning. Sean Vernon, good morning. We're going to talk about the part that's not easy. My gym, Rockbox, has a fine of $12 if you sign up for a class but you don't go. It's $12. Automatically hit your credit card. The day that you miss, the day that you make a commitment and you miss your commitment, it's $12. So what a lot of people do is at night, when they're tired and they're listening to their feelings, they don't book the class. And they say, well, I'll get up in the morning and see how I feel. And if I feel good, and if I don't want to get if I don't want to get out of bed, then I just won't go to class and nobody will ever know. But the truth is, you know. So they instituted this $12 fine, which I hate and love at the same time. So last night, 10 o'clock, I'm getting ready to go to bed. I said, man, I need to be in the gym in the morning at 5 a.m. And so I booked the class. This morning, 4:15 comes, I don't feel like going to class. But there's a $12 fine. And there's just something about giving away money that creates a consequence. So when you think about this, that $12 fine, although negative reinforcement, is actually an activator of prey drive. Because the truth is, if I come in and get into the gym, I'm going to feel better, my day's going to go better, my prey drive's going to be higher, positive chemicals are going to be coming out of my body, I'm going to want to go pursue more things. It's actually good for me to get in the gym. It's actually good for me to have a $12 fine, because that's a consequence. So remember, where there's no consequence, there's no change of behavior. Now, so lesson number one is where there's no consequence, there's no change of behavior. The $12 fine activates the prey drive to get your big booty out of bed in the morning, so you don't want to give away just wasted money. That's the last thing you want to do in today's economy, just give away money. The second point today is activation. I was thinking about this morning. All of us have assets. Assets are things that add. But many of those assets have not been activated. I got that big, beautiful lodge out there. It's probably worth $250,000 in passive income to me if we activated it. I got employees that if they were fully activated, fully skilled, high skill level, fully activated, could be worth a lot of money to them, could be worth a lot of money to themselves. But they got to be activated. So think about the prey drive. Think about a liability. Bad attitude's a liability. Negative mindset's a liability. Sewer cycle. Going to the sewer cycle with your thoughts, liability. Laziness, liability. Making excuses, liabilities. See, everybody has assets. But those assets have to be activated by something. And sometimes it takes fear to activate the prey drive, like the $12 fine. It takes a consequence to activate the prey drive. It takes an embarrassment to activate the prey drive. Okay, and what I'm seeing a lot of people do in this economy, and I'm not mad at them, I'm disappointed in them, is that when times get tough, they want to quit. And what it should be doing is actually reactivating that prey drive, the creativity in you to activate all the assets you've got. When I was a basketball coach, one of my best players got injured, Brock Zavon, and we thought it was the year we were going to win a championship. She got injured. Doctor says she's going to be out for 10 games. And, man, everybody was devastated. And then I said, man, I got to activate these players. Activated the potential that was sitting in the room. We won 9 out of 10 games. Why? we activated. So today, give yourself a consequence, create a standard, quit playing not to lose. Okay, wake up and do things you got to do to get in a condition for your prey drive to be high. James Garcia. Okay, and that $12 fine, see, that was a little micro commitment I made last night at 10 o'clock. Click the button. It was a prey drive moment. Do I click the button? See, I could have just went to bed and said, you know what, if I don't go, I don't go. It's not a big deal, but it's letting me down. And when you let yourself down, you let other people down, man. So just remember that. When you let yourself down, you consistently let other people down. So my hope is you come out today, you have your own positive and negative consequences. You don't keep things liabilities, you activate those liabilities to convert those to assets. An asset adds, a liability subtracts. Okay, and that's really what you got to do today. Be an asset to yourself, and let's go. Now, I'll say this. You haven't done one video where I hadn't talked about that new book. The new book's coming out. It's literally just a few weeks away. I can't wait. I don't even have a copy of it. To hold it, touch it, feel it. Everything I've been teaching over the last two years, really, definitely over the last 6 months, has been from that book. So on Friday, I've got a full day event, 10 to 4. I'm going to have 75 to 100 people who show up. There'll be some people at the very last minute, deactivate, can't come, blah, 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 whatever kind of excuse they want to make. If there was a fine, they would come, just like the gym. You sign up, you don't come, there's a fine. That's probably where I'm going to go to at some point, because people left to their own devices just can't do it, man. They need a positive and negative consequence. Okay, so Friday, 10 to 4, is completely free. The whole day is about activation. I promise you will leave more activated than when you came. It's not just a bunch of motivation. It is literally teaching you tools that when you don't feel like doing something today, how do you activate? When you feel like giving up, how do you activate? When your back's against the wall, how do you activate? When you're losing money, how do you activate? That's really what I'm going to be teaching you. I'm a tool maker. Okay, I'm over all the pop-up psychology, feel good for a minute, motivation. I call it cotton candy anyway. It's not going to help you long term. It's going to give you a little burst. Tastes good, Mark Williams, for a few minutes, like cotton candy, and then it goes away. That's the difference between inspiration, I'm inspired, motivation, I'm moving, activation, right? It's deep inside. It would be called intrinsic motivation. And I got to figure out where the steam in the engine's coming from, man. Where the steam in the engine's coming from. That's what I got to find out. And I got to have the self-discipline. Discipline is a derivative of the word disciple. Disciple means to give yourself to a person or cause you believe in. Where does the self-discipline come from to see something through to its conclusion? That's what I'm going to be teaching on Friday. It's good for your employees, good for your teams, good for your kids. So I'm inviting you. If you want to be in the room with me, probably got 20 seats left out of 100. It'll be live production studio. It'll be 1,000 people online. It'll be 100 people in the room. And it's going to be incredible. Okay? That's right, Brock Zavon. Blah, blah, blah. Excuse is a self-proclaimed opt-out. You could do it, you know you could do it, but you just didn't do it, man. So the $12 consequence helped me do it this morning. And I hated it, but I loved it. All right? You guys have a great day. Everybody needs a coach.